I'm going to back up every comment that I make with a close-up picture. I don't want to make this video. This is my tent Tudor and
Get stuffed
again. How are they making these watches? This is a boutique edition watch.
Get stuffed.
Right. I was going to number the problems, but the problems with this watch just keep escalating. And I really like this watch, and I'm the only person in my household that likes this watch. My mother says it looks old and dirty, and my wife said it looks dull. So is old and dirty and dull the watch's fault? Well, it is, because I tell you what, it stinks. The watch smells. Now, I'm not trying to exaggerate here, but imagine no smell and then stinks. It's the equivalent to a wet dog smell, but metal. And this watch stinks. Now, I've not heard that on any of the other reviews. So the first problem with this boutique edition Tudor watch, this £4,200 watch, is it stinks. Oh, you smell bad. Oh, you stink. It's not a good stink either. At this point, I'd rather smell a fart. Right, let's move on. The next problem I can see is it's the bracelet again. I'll do it close up. It's not picking it up, but the tarnish it doesn't pick it up on the camera is different to the tarnish on the bracelet. So I don't know how to explain that. So it's not evenly tarnishing. It's almost like these end links are polished and the bracelet isn't. Well, I'll do you some close-up videos. So that's problem number 2. Now the watch has got nuances, so the crown is really badly patinaed, and there's patina dots on there, you know, like when you get old and you get old spots. But I've seen videos where them spots are on it brand new. They don't bother me, right? But the shiny and then matte, that bothers me. So are the bracelets a different material? Right. Next problem with this watch is inside this bracelet right here, there's a very bad tarnish in the seam. And when I look at it, it's really bad. Yeah. I'm going to try and clean it. It might just be dirt. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I'll show you on camera what that meant. I've never seen this before. I mean, the fact there's a sticker on the back, but somebody has worn this watch. So that's another problem, is it's got some dirt in its crack. Next, the bezel and the top pointer don't line up. Now, you're not going to pick it up on this camera, but that pip does not line up with the watch. You see, it doesn't line up. It doesn't line up. And then you go one click past there, try and push it back. You see how way off you are with one click? So I go back and there's too much play in the watch. If I show you, if you see this, you won't hear a click. Look. So you go back. That's how much play there is in it. It hasn't even clicked yet, and we're almost on the next section. But when I push it back, it doesn't line up. It goes it's not far enough forward. You see that? I'll get it on camera, don't worry. But I mean, that's a boutique edition. You know, that's their premier name, isn't it? This is our boutique edition. No, boutique. We can't even bother making sure the fucking pip is lined up when we send them out. That's a warranty repair there, guys, just so you know. Now, this is not the watch's fault. This is design fault. Look at that. It's just steps. You know, like you could fall off that. You know, if you were walking, you didn't notice that, you'd fall, wouldn't you? Just look how shite that looks. But that's part of the design. I mean, but that's shit, innit? I mean, who authorised that? I mean, why couldn't they taper that? That's just shit, innit? So the other problem we're having is it's day 1 and we're almost out of ketchup. That's going to be a serious problem. How am I supposed to properly examine this watch if I haven't got any ketchup for my chips? I put the Peter Blake in the pot because it's a similar size watch. The Black Bay 58 is a 39mm watch, whatever size it is. It's very similar, but it just doesn't have the curvaceous lines that the Peter Blake has. What's he doing now? This guy's incredible, isn't he? He's always there. You can't just concentrate on watches. Look at that, he's pulling his eyebrows out string. Whatever next? I don't know, he's going now. Don't forget to subscribe, by the way. Yeah, so when you just look at the Peter Blake and you look at just the curve, especially the bottom of the case where it's so smooth, it's like Omega thought about the watch and just gave it that shape. It would have been really nice if Tudor had just beveled that bottom part of the case. It wasn't so rough looking. Oh, he's pointing to something now. Yeah, well, basically you can see that the brass is starting to go off. That's probably the thing with the patina on these watches. It doesn't take much to set them off. I've noticed a lot of videos where people say words like COS and Black Bay 48, and they say the serial numbers of the watches, and they say MT54500, the serial number, but they don't. Who remembers that rubbish? Look at that. That's where the locking screw goes down, and I've actually noticed that if you're not careful, it actually opens really easy. So it's obviously managed to over time start to corrode in the housing area. Not very good. Right, now there's a sticker on the back of this watch, but it's definitely been worn. I do love the dial though. There's something about the dial on this watch. My mother said it's just ugly. The wife said don't buy the watch. And when you've got it in your hand, it just feels really nice. It just has a lovely feel to it. The chocolate dial is just stunning, guys. And the gold, they're actually gold hands, would you believe? Right, what's he doing now? He's put the watch down. There you go. What's he going to do next? Exciting stuff. He's put the pin back in. Now, if you notice the pins brass, it would have been a nice touch, wouldn't it, to have brass pins? I've really struggled with the watch to put the watch on different straps. It just doesn't go with anything. This is an Artem strap without brass fittings, obviously. And the best way to put a NATO strap on is to pre-loop it and then shove your hand through like I'm doing in this video. So it's just normal how you would do it. So you don't drop the watch. Loops in beautiful. Now this Artem NATO strap has got an orange line down the middle, so it does actually go with the watch, apart from the fact it's not got brass fittings. Yeah, I know, you don't need to tell me, but it does look nice on the watch if you ask me. Now, there's a reason I've done this. It's a very clear reason. It'll make sense to you in a minute. Because the NATO strap that you get with the Tudor is just dreadful. Look at that. It's like something that came back from the war. If that was your granddad's, I'm sure you'd keep it in a drawer and never wear it. You know, like a war souvenir. But there's no need for that. Look at that. Look how tiny it is. Just look at the size of that. It's a single pass NATO strap, and they've put the star that has the pins already in it. But for the purposes of demonstrating, I don't want to be damaging the watch, taking pins off and on. I'm going to just put the NATO strap on the watch. Just to make it easier, but just there's a demonstration to show you what you'd have to do. I mean, I'd never do that. I don't think anybody would ever do that. You would do what I'm about to do here. But it's a very short NATO strap, guys. And they give you different kind of pins, but again, why didn't they do brass? I mean, this is a £4,000 watch, and why haven't they done brass pins? Doesn't make any sense to me. It gets worse because there's also a pin on the NATO strap that's not brass. Very odd. Look at this. I mean, it's stiff as anything. Now watch me try and get it on my wrist. This is hilarious, by the way. And I only have a small wrist, guys. I only have a 6 3/4 inch wrist. Watch this. So this is how you would normally put a NATO strap on. This is hilarious, right? I don't even think a woman could get a wrist through there. So you have to do this, which is precarious. It just doesn't. It's not a good way to do it. And you have to pull the buckle like that. I'm on the last pin, by the way. How crap is that? That's not good. That's dreadful, isn't it? Now, I had put it upside down so that I could do it a lot easier. I did know it was upside down. Trust me, I wasn't a complete moron on this one. So get it the right way around. But it's even harder for me to get this on the right way around. I'm really struggling. And I think later on I show you it the wrong way around again just to prove a point. And again, I'm struggling. Yeah, I'm on the last one, and it is almost impossible to get that through the buckle. It's got like an extra thick edge, and it just won't go through. So I've had to do this. How terrible is that? And it looks terrible anyway. It makes the watch look really cheap. I mean, it's a nasty, terrible quality NATO strap. And obviously they say it's free, but obviously you still have to pay $4,200 for the watch if you paid full MSRP. So this is a tool watch with a NATO strap that's just garbage. I mean, and look at this. I'm going to give it a right good try here. He's trying again. Look at this. God loves a trier. 7 minutes in, still can't get the bloody NATO strap in right. Just for demonstration purposes, look at this. Look at this. I can just about push it through it. See that? Look, by pushing it down. Just about do it. Yeah, you're in. If you've got the world's smallest wrist, it might work. Look at that. How crap is that? It looks terrible, doesn't it? It's not good. Wow. That is just god awful. Yeah, world's worst NATO strap award coming in. He's at it again. Right, I had to do this. I really struggled to make this watch look nice on anything but the original bracelet. And I've come to the conclusion, leave it on the bracelet. Don't do anything more with it. If you're going to buy this watch, leave it on the bracelet. It just doesn't go with anything. And that's an Artem sailcloth strap, by the way. Now, Artem don't do brown sailcloth straps, which they should do, because I have a lady who wants one. So if you guys are listening to Artem, we need a brown one. Would it go with this watch? Definitely. It would look lovely with this watch. But they don't do one. Not at the moment, anyway. Artem makes really good sailcloth straps, guys. They make the Hydroflex as well, all-weather Hydroflex straps, and they make fantastic NATO straps. Look how quickly I can get this off the watch. But you could count that. It's less than 3 seconds. Incredible, isn't it? Absolutely incredible. Fantastic straps. It's not a sales pitch, by the way. And here he goes. You can do this with your bare fingers, just so you know. It's no mean feat to put pins on with your bare fingers. Oh, he's shameless, isn't he? I'm shameless, and I am putting it back on the NATO strap. I just think I wanted to show you again how easy it should be to have a watch on a NATO strap. Say again, you pre-do the first loop in, right, and then you just shove your hand through. How simple is that? I mean, whoever designed that NATO strap was a bellend, weren't they? I mean, look at that piece of garbage. Yeah, there you go, in the trash. Well, it's not really in the trash, back in the box. I don't know, guys. So we've got useless NATO straps. That's the first strike. Bang. So not really a tool watch then, is it? If it can't be worn in a NATO strap. Well, the one it comes with. You would think the one it comes with would be right, but I mean, how am I the only one talking about how crap the NATO strap is? I don't get it. Here we go. What's he doing again? Oh, he's not going to do it again. What's he pointing at now? Oh, I'm pointing at the fact that the fittings aren't brass. Big deal. Yeah. That's just about usable on that strap, guys. If he does it again, I'll scream. Do you know, I've done these videos, and even I've forgotten what I filmed. Is he going to do it? He's doing it again. Oh my god. Artem straps aren't paying me for this, by the way. I think I'm just showing off now. He's showing off, aren't they? Buckle side at 12 o'clock. Just remember that, guys. And again, if you get it wrong, you can pop it off in 2 seconds. Oh, he's struggling here. Is he? No, he's in. He's in. This, I think, from memory, just pops in like in like 2 seconds. Remember, I've got a camera in front of me as well. A bloody camera in the way when I'm doing this. Yeah, he's relentless. Oh, Artem straps. I love Artem straps too much. Look at this. It does actually look good on that watch. I gotta say, Artem make great straps. What's he doing now? Oh, here we go. I'm sorry, guys. I can only apologise. I think I actually struggled to get it through on this one, so that'll teach me a lesson for showing off. Look at this. You can't get it in. There you go. It's too big. That's what she said. Right, come on. This is exciting stuff, guys. But am I just talking for the sake of talking? Yeah. Don't worry, guys. There's loads more of this good stuff to come. What's he doing now? Yeah. I think somebody likes his Peter Blake a bit too much, don't you? I think somebody really likes his Peter Blake. Remember, if you want Peter Blake, just ring James at JJB Watches. He's racking, packing and stacking them at the moment. Aren't you, James? Right. What am I doing now? It is a nice watch to look at. Yeah. By the way, I can smell it from here. It stinks. And when you put the watch down, your hands stink. Ugh. Why has nobody ever said that these watches stink? I've never had a watch stink so bad before, guys. If you just look how polished the bracelet is, but it's got flaws on it. I'm pointing to that again. I'm sure I pointed at this before. Yeah, so the patinas on the bracelet is different to the what am I pointing at? All right, so this particular watch needs to go back to Tudor for a warranty. The bezel isn't aligned on it. Again, I'm showing you that the threads are starting to show signs of tarnishing, which is not good. The patina on the wind is quite unusual. Is that patina or dirt? Who knows? It's a very pretty looking watch, apart from it stinks. Do you remember when you were younger and your granny used to give you a hug and she smelled like piss? Well, this smells like piss. Again, why didn't they do brass pins on this watch? Why didn't they do brass pins? How hard would it have been to do brass pins? I don't know. I'm sure you can get him. What's he doing now? Yeah, you see this one is just not centered. When you look at it, there's so much play on this. I don't know if you can see it on this pic on here, but do you see the? It doesn't pick it up. See the difference in color between the bracelet? It just doesn't pick it up on camera. Yeah, it's completely different. I still love the look of this watch, guys. I really like the look of this watch. But it fails on smell straight away. They're solid end links, by the way. Very nice. Now we come to the bracelet. Now I think the main smell is from the bracelet, because the bracelet really does smell. When I had the watch case off the bracelet, I didn't notice the smell. As soon as I put it back on the bracelet, will you put that NATO strap away? Look at it, isn't it god awful? I mean, it looks like something you want in a cracker. I'm pointing to the pins again. See that? That's actually on the bracelet. Sorry, on the NATO strap. He's got pins again. Look at the pins. Make the pins different. How? Come on, Tudor. You went to all that trouble and then you just never followed through. Eh? What have we got next? Some exciting stuff. Oh, here we go. He's at the bracelet again. He's got the bracelet in his hand. Now this is the T-class bracelet, and the bracelet has got the fake rivets on it, which I hate. It's not tapered either. Wow, it's stepped more. I've never heard of this before, but it's a stepped bracelet. I never noticed it on my other Tudors, but you can clearly see it's stepped. Yeah. And it's got ceramic little balls that help keep it in place. Exciting stuff, this, guys. And then that goes up and down. That's a clasp, by the way. Yeah, it's exciting stuff. Even I'm getting bored watching this video. And then watch this. So this T-clasp opens. And they say it's part of the design, but I wouldn't like to have the watch set to the exact width that I like, and by mistake in the locked position, which it is, watch me force it back down. Well, it's not really forcing it, it pushes it back down. It was like that on the Palagos. So here we go. So do you see where the bracelet has got a big step on it, and you see the Omega's tapered? I mean, how hard would that have been for them to do? Not very hard, would it? Look at that gorgeous bracelet. Stunning bracelet on my 300, my Omega 300. And then, look at that. Ugh. Stepped. Look at that. Three different steps. I mean, why don't they cover this on reviews? Why don't they tell you this? Because you don't spot that till you get it home and you realise, you know what, I don't think that's very well finished for a £4,000 watch. I mean, this watch was £1,000 less when it came out, almost £1,000 less. So at 3.6 or whatever it used to retail at, maybe it was worth the money. Maybe, but not at 4.2. No way. No way. And again, I'm showing you that the clasp on the Omega has no movement in it at all, but the clasp on the Tudor moves up and down in the lock position. Watch me again, fully open it, lock it down, close it, clip it. See, showing you the two of them together. See that? And watch this. Is it going to slide in again? Yeah, there you go. I just don't like that. I don't think it's a good feature. And again, if you see, there's no movement. Now, on my Pelagos 39, there was actually playing it as well on top of that. See, you have to push the button. I just think it's a terrible design. God, this watch stinks. Let me put this watch down. It's interesting watching my videos. Remember, this is a hobby channel, guys. I'm going to this trouble to maybe save 1 or 2 people. Because a lot of the watches I bought years ago were from watching YouTube videos, and I didn't know they were paid to tell you lies. And I didn't know that they didn't look at the watches properly. And they didn't actually buy the watches. So, this is how you get a bracelet back on. With a toothpick, you have to just cut the end of the toothpick, and in 3 seconds, you don't scratch anything. The toothpick breaks, nothing else, and then you're straight on. How easy was that? Really easy, yeah. Faux rivets, God, I hate them. We're trying to see if they could be polished off, but I don't believe so. And this is the part you see on YouTube videos where they put the watch on like I'm about to, and then you have it at a beach, and then you're wearing the watch, and they've got sexy music on, and then you can't try it on because you have to order it in, and then you spend $4,200 on this watch, and then you believed everything you saw on YouTube, and then you, after a month of wearing it, you find out it stinks. And then you're looking at the finish of it and you realise it's a very bad tour watch. I mean, just look at them together. It doesn't go, does it? It's just too much. Way too much. So, I mean, even I would be fooled by just seeing this in a video, wouldn't you, with some sexy music. What else can I say? I've loom tested this watch and the results are not good. I will put them up on this video. But over an hour's time lapse, the 3, the 6, and the 9 were gone after 15 minutes, and the hour hand was starting to go after 30 minutes, and by an hour you couldn't tell the time. That's 1 hour. This watch is no use at night, and this is fully charging it. Can you imagine it not charged? And there's 8 to 10 hours of darkness. So if you wanted to wear this as a 24-hour watch or a tour watch, you couldn't, because you can't tell the bloody time on it. Peter Blake test, it failed. Peter Blake won again. Yeah. What watch am I wearing now? Oh, my favourite, my new 300 from JGB Watches. Yeah. That's on an Omega Nator strap as well. So, yeah. Interesting, guys. I hope this helps somebody make a decision on a very expensive tour watch. My 10th Tudor, and it's another failure, I'm afraid. Jesus, gotta keep that away from my face. It stinks. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.